You find yourself saying, man, I wish I were more confident. I think all of us guys, regardless of where we are on the confidence spectrum currently, we all want to be more confident. Some of us feel like we have leaps and bounds to go, and other of us feel like, I just want to be a little bit more confident so I can start getting a little bit more of what I want out of life. Well, regardless of where you're coming from on the confidence spectrum, you made it to the right video, because today I'm talking about 6 tips to build alpha male confidence. So without further ado, let's get into it and start becoming better men. All right, what's up guys? My name is David J. Kelly. Thank you for making your way over to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, thank you for making your way over. Please click that subscribe button. I'm putting videos out every week on personal development, self-improvement, becoming a better man, and things of that nature. So click that subscribe button, turn on the notifications. I promise it'll be worth your time. As promised, today I'm talking about 6 tips on how to build alpha male confidence. Now, where did I get these tips from? Well, I think it's a good question. So I used to not be as confident of a man, and I feel like my life was kind of not where I wanted it most of the time because of that, with women, with business, with any goals I had for myself. Beyond that, I think it's important to also note that I didn't just come up with these myself. This is the things that I learned from other people and from science I put into practice in my own life. They're tried and true. I've watched other people go through these and implement these things themselves too. So I sort of reverse engineered what I think helped make me more confident and makes other men that I know more confident in general in their life. And that's how I came to these tips. Also, before we get into this, let's talk about real quick what confidence is not. Confidence is not arrogance. Confidence is knowing yourself, knowing your strengths and your weaknesses, and being okay with those, and knowing what you want in life and what you're going for in life, and pursuing it with reckless abandon, not caring what anybody thinks about you and not caring about what anybody thinks about what you want to do. That is confidence. Arrogance, on the other hand, which I can make a whole video, I probably will, about the difference between these two things, is arrogance is when you're trying to hide your weaknesses and hide who you actually are, and you're trying to portray yourself as somebody you're not. You're kind of wearing a mask. And a lot of people do this. I'm sure we all know people, they're trying to fake it as if they're somebody else, and that comes across as non-authentic. And as human beings, we are wired to seek authenticity and see through that bullshit. So don't do that. Don't be arrogant. And if you have trouble with that and you feel like you're arrogant currently instead of confident, this video is also going to help you. So with that being said, let's get into tip number 1. All right, without further ado, tip number 1 is going to be become more self-aware. Now, what does that mean? It seems super vague. Okay, self-awareness is all about, like I said earlier, like in a couple seconds ago, understanding your strengths, understanding your weaknesses, and understanding your personality type. Well, how do you do that, right? Well, here's the thing. I guarantee you that you know some of these already, right? You probably know some things you're good at and some things you're not very good at. But most of us, our pride gets in the way of really seeing this is my true weaknesses, this is my true strengths. So if you have a hard time doing that, maybe just ask somebody close to your life what they think are your strengths and weaknesses, and honestly see if you feel like they are matched up with that. Ask a couple people and see what the general consensus is there. The second thing I would say to do is take personality assessments. I highly recommend the Big 5 personality traits assessment and the Enneagram. Both of those are wonderful. They'll help you see more into yourself. And if you take these tests and you do a good job answering them and you feel like, I don't think these answers reflect who I am, then you probably don't understand yourself that well. And that's probably why you need to take those tests and get more inundated with them in the first place. So tip number 1 is starting from the standpoint of understanding yourself, because it's super important and becoming self-aware. All right, tip number 2, develop a mission, vision, purpose for your life. What is the reason that you're on this earth? What is the reason that you are breathing and you have an opportunity to live life? What are you doing with that opportunity, right? This is a fundamental question for men and women, but especially as a man, your masculine energy, your center of force and your center of gravity in life is your life's purpose, your life's work. What are you moving towards? What are you working towards? Now, some of us innately don't have to ask ourselves these questions. This is always on our mind, but some of us don't. Some of us men don't really ever think about this because nobody's ever taught us to do that. Well, now you've no excuse. You're listening to me say this to you, and the reason this is so important is because if you start with self-awareness and you understand who you are, and then you understand where you're going, what you want in life, and you can define that with precision, you're dangerous. You're a dangerous man at that point, because you will walk with so much confidence and you will be able to make the right decisions in relationships and jobs or business and your health and your fitness across your entire life, because you are going to be working backwards. You're going to be reverse engineering your life and working towards something. Anything that crosses your boundaries or violates that mission or vision in your life, you're not having any of it because you're a confident man. You know what you want and you're working towards it. So develop that mission, purpose, and vision for your life. And then after that, which ties into this point, go do something about it. Don't sit around on it. All right, so tip number 3 is going to be living abundantly. My first video on this YouTube channel, I dedicated a whole 14-minute video to that. So I'm gonna link that in the cards here and the description. If you've not watched that video, you need to go watch that video right now. Living abundantly is all about not being afraid to walk away from that which is not serving you, right? Women, jobs, bad business relationship or bad business partners, bad friends, anything like that. You recognize that you are a valuable commodity because why? You have confidence in yourself. You understand yourself. You know who you are. You know what your vision and your mission is in life. And anybody or anything that comes into your life that's going to make you feel less than or compromise any of that for yourself, you're going to say, to hell with that, out of my life. I don't have time for that shit. I'm an abundant man. I recognize there are plenty of women, potential friends, business partners, manufacturers for my product, whatever the hell it is, clients. You're not going to waste time with people that do not respect you, that do not value you, and are going to play games with you. I'm looking at you women. There's plenty of opportunities in life for relationships, for dating, for any of that stuff. So go out there and live abundantly. All right, tip number 4 is take care of yourself. Physically, mentally, spiritually. Yes, all of it's important. Go to the gym, eat well, do your cardio, meditate, journal, pray, whatever the hell it is you got to do it and do it really, really well and make it a big emphasis of focus for you. If you do not work out, if you do not train, if you train your body, you got to also train your mind too, right? So if you're working out and you're not doing things like journaling and meditating, get on that shit. Stop waiting around for that stuff because you got to take care of your body and your mind. Eat well 80% of the time, 20% of the time you could dick around. Now I do bodybuilding, so it's not exactly like that. I have to be pretty on point all the time, but that's kind of insane. And unless you have goals related to that, I don't recommend that. But if you eat good and you work out, you're going to feel great. And guess what? That's going to radiate in your confidence. So that's a super, super simple thing to do that's going to make you feel. All right, tip number 5, focus on being less of a people pleaser, being less agreeable, and standing your ground more. Okay, this is a big one, right? It's good to agree with people when it's right, but it's bad to agree with people just because you're trying to not disagree with them and you're afraid of confrontation. That's not great for confidence, and that's not great for being an alpha male. Listen, you can disagree with people and have confrontation that's healthy. And you can also have confrontation and disagreeing with people that is not very healthy. And a lot of us have very bad experiences with this, and we choose not to engage in confrontation because we get scared of that. It's completely understandable. But here's the thing. Learning how to do this in a manner in which serves you and respects another person is a big thing. I used to struggle with this a lot. Sometimes I would come off, and I still at times can come off very, very strong. I have a very strong personality. But learning how to do that and learning how to voice your opinion when it matters to do so is going to make you confident. It's going to make you respected by other people, because alpha males that are confident, they are respected by other people. They're admired by other people, and nobody admires or respects somebody that won't stand their own ground and stand up for their own values. So focus on developing your values and understanding yourself, understanding what it is you want in life, and standing your ground on that. Set boundaries for yourself. All right, tip number 6. This one's a little different, but bear with me on it. Understanding and using the power of silence. Now, what the hell does that mean? Okay, this is something I've struggled with a lot, but I've really learned about it a lot more recently, and I've been trying to implement it as much as I can. Have you ever been on a date with a girl and you're sitting there and she's like finishing talking about something, or you're finishing talking about something, and there's just silence, and you're like scrambling, you're like, what the hell do I say? And you just come up with some question, what's your favorite color? Or something like that, like something ridiculous. If you just let silence fill that vacuum, it's extremely powerful, because it's showing that you don't have to always be speaking. You can listen, and you're a good listener, or not even that, it's that your presence is actually speaking. Because a lot of communication, like over 90% of communication, is done non-verbally. And silence is certainly one of that. And the same is true in business negotiations too. If you're trying to make a sale of a product or something or a B2B transaction or something, and somebody's kind of giving you the cold shoulder, let them go. That's part of living abundantly, right? Let that client walk. Let that manufacturer who you're going to sign a contract with walk if they're not going to live up to your expectations, your values, or anything similar to that. Same thing can go, this really can be applied with friends, it can be applied anywhere in life. You have to make people feel your presence be vacant from them. That is powerful, and that shows that you live abundantly, which speaks volumes to your confidence. And being able to use this and implement it is an art form that I need to improve more, but it will speak volumes to your confidence and make you a super confident man. All right, guys, thank you so much for making it through this video with me. If you are new to this channel and you still have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button, click the notifications and turn them on, because I'm putting out new valuable content every week. And before you keep scrolling around on YouTube and watching more videos, even if they're mine, go and actually analyze these tips. Write them down. See what you feel like you do really well and you don't do very well. And go beyond this video, right? Research more things about confidence, because confidence is going to give you, being an alpha male and having alpha male confidence is going to give you everything you want in life, in every aspect of your life. So what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know in the comments where you feel like you struggle the most with confidence in your life, because I think there's a lot of conversation to be had with that. So thank you again for making it through. Subscribe. I know I've said it a bunch of times, but anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you have a great day or night, depending on when you're watching this. Peace.